Well, hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your mid-month reading for the month of August. I do hope everyone's doing well, enjoying the last few weeks of summer, and this month has really just flown by. So let's just take a dive in and see what the cards are revealing for this second half of August, the last 2 weeks. So this is kind of like a midi-monthly reading because I was gone for the first part of August. So I'm doing this mid-month, the last 2 weeks. And let's see what crystal's coming through for Capricorn. We have Charoite. Embrace change. It is the universe pushing you towards your evolution. This is a stone of transformation and spiritual power. It stimulates inner strength and helps in times of change. So Capricorns, you usually like things the way they are. So you're this last half of the month is bringing in some kind of change. So let's take a look and see why the Charoite crystal's coming out for you. What kind of change? So it's coming through for Capricorn for the second half of August. Message for week 3, please. Message for week 3. Thank you. And the message for the last week, week 4. Message for week 4. Thank you. All right. And tea leaf message for that third week. Okay. And the last week, we had one drop out, so I'm going to take that one. Wanted to come out. And let's clarify the third week clarifying card. Thank you. And let's clarify the fourth week. Thank you. All right, we've got everything. We're going to look at the tarot cards first, and then we'll come back. All right. So we first have the Queen of Pentacles. This is you, Capricorn, front and center, looking towards the future. Got acorns, prosperity, gathering up your resources. So with the Charoite crystal coming out, where there's like change. There's something that could be taking place in these, this may be starting this week, that is kind of thrusting you in some kind of change. Now, for some of you, it could be in regards to relationships, or it could be family, your partner, your job, whatever the case may be. There's going to be what I feel is some change kind of thrust upon you. With it being Pentacles, it can also be health related. So keep that in mind as well. But I see more you see the acorns here, something that's going to prepare you for the fall. I feel that there's going to be like a harvest, prosperity in the fall. And we're almost there. We're almost at September. So it's this week that it's kicking off. So let's see what we have week 4. Ooh, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is planting the seeds for your future. So both of these court cards are looking towards your future. Big Pentacles, very determined. The Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving. It's not going to be like overnight, but I do feel that there's like a harvest or a bounty. This is planting seeds for your future. And I see a harvest in the fall. So it could be starting right now at the end of August. And you might be seeing this coming your way, in the month of September. It could be sometime in September that this is taking place. So, it's telling you here to embrace change. The universe is really pushing you in this direction, for your evolution here. So, okay. So both Pentacles, this is your card. The Knight of Pentacles is something that will last. It's long term. It's like if you're looking for a job, you'll not only find a job, it's going to be a job, maybe your last job that you have. You're going to stay with that company. Can also be in regards to relationships, so many different things, whatever's going on in your life right now. I was picking up health for some of you, that you're making some changes, or there's change coming in that's going to be with you right to the end. You're making maybe some improvements in regard to your health and well-being. All right, let's look at the tea leaf message for week 3. Ooh, we have disappointment in some affair. So the scissors. That's why you're gathering up your resources, because I feel like there's some kind of change that might be thrust upon you, Capricorn. And let me see if we can get any clarification. You're going to be disappointed in something that's not going your way. But I do see that things are headed in the right direction. So it's one of those blessings in disguise, like an example, where you might get laid off from work, but then the next company that you get into is something that is very long lasting. And so it's like a blessing in disguise. So that's just an example. But what do we have? Oh, the scissors, disappointment in regards to maybe an investment or money. You were expecting money to come in a certain fashion. If you're in the U.S., we just had the lotto hit like $1 billion, and there was a single winner for it. So it certainly could be in regards to the lottery, where there's a bit of disappointment. So let's see the clarifying card. Oh, yeah. It might be finances, very a rocky road here, where you're trying to keep finances and investments and money in balance here. Certainly could be in regards to a job. We've got a lot of Pentacles energy here. So what's on your mind, Capricorn, is all about money, investments, bringing more money in. So it is, the Charoite crystal is indicating some kind of change. And the example I gave might end up being more a prediction, where you could get laid off from your job and then you're scrambling here. So gathering up your resources, but some recent disappointment in how a financial situation turned out. And it certainly could be, maybe you didn't get any of the numbers for that lottery ticket, that $1 billion. But the Knight of Pentacles is now, the Knights are all about movement and change. And that's what the Charoite crystal is saying. Embrace this change. It might be a rocky road. You're trying to find your way. So this is something new that, you're just getting into, and something that will prove to be very, very long lasting. So this Knight has got you now moving in the right direction. And it's interesting because this is your card, the Queen of Pentacles. Everything that you're doing, you're looking towards your future. So something might have been very disappointing, or maybe it didn't turn out as good as you wanted it to be. A lot of Pentacles here. We have the Spear. Oof, heartache over what you no longer have. So definitely can be in regards to love. Again, this doesn't have to always be in regards to love. This could be in regards to like a business opportunity or a financial opportunity. So it could be in one of those areas. And also, like I said, I was picking up in regards to your health and well-being too. So maybe you can't do things that you used to be able to do. So there's a new beginning, planting the seeds for your future, moving forward, embracing the change. Oh, nice. And we have the clarifying card, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning in your favor. So I was picking up for you, Capricorn, this disappointment, it's not going to feel good at the time that it happens. And it certainly could be the third week, something that you do. And it could be just something as being disappointed in not having like a winning lottery ticket. But the wheel is turning in your favor. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that is something that is got a lot of endurance and just very long lasting, and especially with the spirit message here, what you no longer have. So certainly it could be, money coming in, an opportunity coming in, a new job for some of you. Gathering up your resources is what I first saw as soon as we turned over your card, and the harvest. So it is coming. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So you've got like a happy ending by the end of the month. Things will start to be looking up here, Capricorn. So let's see what your final message is for Capricorn for the month. All right, Capricorn. Your dreams are never farther than you can reach. Wheel of Fortune. So there's a message there. Whatever it is that you're hoping for. The Charoite crystal. Beautiful crystal to have for the second half of August here. Embrace the change. Gather up your resources. There is something that is going to be very long lasting coming in. Wheel is turning in your favor. All right, Capricorn, that's the messages for the month. Thank you so much for joining me, sending you love and abundance, and make it a great week.